Good afternoon, Manchester. It is Friday, May 3rd, and welcome to this week's edition of The Pulse. I'm Lena Morosky.
And I am Anthony Grasso. Thank you for joining us. This week on The Pulse, we will highlight a student that is constantly working to inspire others.
Then, we'll learn more about a charity event that allowed students to help both their local community and our environment.
And finally, we will take it over to DNA Sports to show you guys why Manchester's most entertaining sport may not be the one you'd expect.
All this and much more coming up on this week's edition of
The Pulse.
If you've ever been to an MHS dance, you've likely noticed the dance floor clear for one student to do his spot-on Michael Jackson impression. That student is none other than Kyle Pellerin. Cam Berry brings us a portrait on MHS's own showstopper.
Can we give it up one more time for Kyle?
This is what you might hear when Manchester's very own Kyle Pellerin steps on stage at open mic. But not only does Kyle perform at open mic, he is also a member of Best Buds, broadcast journalism, and even Unified Sports. Kyle's favorite things to do are to hang out with his friends, to perform as Michael Jackson, and sometimes Queen's Freddie Mercury. His favorite thing about being on stage is
my favorite part of being on a stage is get the fans just to react. My dance moves and my singing.
Kyle's ability to keep a smile on his face and as well as stay enthusiastic has not gone unnoticed.
I think Kyle's biggest quality that makes him a special individual is his enthusiasm for life. He gets involved in everything and every aspect of the high school, and he does it with a smile, and he does it with this positive energy that gets other people motivated to do things.
Kyle's also a very sociable person. Mrs. O'Connor feels that this can help Kyle later on in his life.
He is so socially engaging and he's so welcoming to other people that it's going to serve him well when he gets into the workforce because people are going to naturally be drawn to him.
Kyle is also able to have a positive influence on his classmates. Junior Kelly Maloney says it's a pleasure to have Kyle in his class.
Kyle's just such a positive influence in the classroom. He puts everybody around him in a better mood, and I just can't think of a better person to be around during class.
Kyle's uplifting energy is clearly a staple in the MHS community. If you're ever in the halls, be sure to say hello. From The Pulse, this has been Cam Berry reporting.
If you'd like to see Kyle perform live, you can see him at any of MHS's open mic events. For more info, you can contact any of the PAC teachers.
Last Saturday was Rebuilding Together, a spring tradition at MHS that features students doing service such as yard work and painting for elderly and disabled town residents. Anthony Cavallo rolls up his sleeves to bring us the story.
This past Saturday on April 27th, Rebuilding Together took place in Manchester. This event is solely based on helping residents within the community. These are people who may be unable to do work themselves. Volunteers work hard to clean up houses and brighten other people's days as well. Most of these volunteers are student athletes, a part of the boys and girls soccer programs. They were trying to instill the purpose of giving back to the community.
This is the second time we've had the girls and boys soccer team do Rebuilding Together. We did it last year and had a great experience, so we decided to come out again.
MHS teacher and girls soccer coach Caitlin Kennedy gives us insight on her experience of this annual town-wide event.
It's great team bonding, and it's really important for Coach Serini and I to instill the importance of giving back to the community. So it's a great way to spend time together, work together as a group, but also doing something for Manchester.
Not only are these students helping the community, but they can benefit from it as well.
I enjoy doing it because it really brings the community together, and it's a perfect thing to do for people who need service hours as well as people who just want to help out their community.
From The Pulse, this has been Anthony Cavallo reporting.
More people participated in Rebuilding Together this year than ever before, and they look to continue growing. So make sure to volunteer when the event comes around next year.
Yeah, I went, and it was such a great experience. There have been several incidents involving cars in Manchester's senior lot this year, leaving students to wonder, why is this happening, and what is being done? Brian Gleba is on a mission to find out.
Glass shattering. In the senior lot, this has become all too familiar for students who are victims of vandalism.
I got out of my car, I looked, and there was a big hole in my rear driver's side window, and there was glass shattered all over the back seat.
This problem has not gone unnoticed, as security has looked into the incidents and has come to a conclusion.
I couldn't tell you exactly who it was, but we just know it was Ellen. So they're not allowed to walk through the parking lots anymore.
Although what the head of security said may be true, the Manchester Police Department is still investigating.
We're currently looking into some information that we received, and we're going to see what we can build off of that.
Since there's been no official conclusion to the case, many students have had to pay to fix the damages to their cars. The student resource officers and MHS security team are sure that this will never happen again because of the prevention methods they have put into place.
We're working with the school just to, again, make sure we have the proper coverage in terms of video surveillance and just staff members being out there and being present to help keep an eye out for what's going on.
With the complicated situation in the senior lot, we'll see how this situation unfolds. From the Pulse, this has been Brian Gleba reporting.
Make sure to drive safe and report any incident you see in the senior lot. It will go a long way towards avoiding unnecessary problems in the future. You can always contact Officer Walsh or Officer Carbone in the SRO office.
If you should see something, you should always say something. Another rite of spring is National Decisions Day for seniors. Joe Formosa takes us to the halls to see the many paths that our seniors are taking after high school.
For the last 4 years, MHS seniors have been preparing for life after high school, but not everyone's path is the same. Let's take a look. All right, so Shamar, what are your plans after high school?
I'm gonna be attending AIC, so majoring in physical therapy, and I'm planning to wrestle in college. So
I'm going to Suffolk University in Boston, Massachusetts.
I'm going to Temple University to study exercise and sports science.
Go to Springfield College and study sports management as my major.
My plans after high school are to go out to the University of Dayton in Ohio, try to get a degree in probably education.
My plans in high school is to go to college and compete up there.
I'm going to go to LaSalle College and play soccer for them and be a physical therapist.
I will be going to a college university to study business and management and play basketball.
For high school, my plan is to go to MCC for 2 years and then go into the police academy. So I've enlisted in the Marine Corps, so I'll be going there.
How'd you end up choosing that path?
The financial benefits, they'll pay for my college, and it's a job right out of high school, so just money, money, money.
I always wanted to be in the medical field, so I went from anesthesiology to physical therapy because I always wanted to help people. So
I took criminology, and I just really loved the classes so much that I decided that that's what I want to study.
As you can see, every senior has a different path and has a lot to look forward to in their futures. From Manchester, this has been Joe Formosa reporting.
There is many different science classes here at MHS, but Jenny Rivard profiles a class that puts students in charge of their learning.
Many of MHS classes prepare students for their future. The science research class impacts their life now. By preparing their own hypothesis and conducting their own research, students are able to answer some of science's mysteries with the help and support of their teacher, Miss Reeder.
Ms. Reeder helped me achieve my project by giving me constant encouragement, challenging me, telling me how to do certain things that I knew I wasn't in my capabilities to do.
Luke Hayes, a junior, was accidentally put into the class, but thanks.
Best accident ever. Love this class.
Luke hopes to figure out how a certain breed of fish chemically camouflage themselves by
take water out from the tanks, put it into a little test tube, and then put in a little capsule, I guess. Dissolves into the water and changes the color, so I can just get the amount of chemicals in the water.
Miss Rader teaches the class because she hopes to see students
go on into college and see the usefulness of research and get jobs that are further on.
As you can see, there's a variety of research going on in this class. Personally, I researched the effects of social media on teenagers' loneliness. From the Pulse, this has been Jennifer Rivard reporting.
Science research class is a unique opportunity for students to explore topics they are interested in. If you are interested in joining, please contact Miss Rader.
Maybe I'll shoot her an email. That's all we have for you this week, Manchester. Make sure to tune in next week to learn more about our state tournament-bound baseball team and to see Andrew Suey's latest edition of MHS Guide. If you have any ideas for stories that we might have missed, you can email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org.
To learn more about the Pulse or to check out some of our other projects, visit our website at mhstelevision.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at MHS Red Prod. I'm Lena Morosky.
And I'm Anthony Grasso, and this has been
The Pulse.